music and talk. Radio without limits. That's why people keep coming back for more. That's UBNradio.com.
Hi guys, I am SUNNY CHAYES and you are with me today on Singing in the Rain, and we are going to be singing in the studio today in a huge way. I am so excited. I just feel so excited, a little nervous, honored, and just so grateful that I have these masters in the studio. One would be enough, but I've got four, so it's just like, ah! So we're going to be talking about Rhythm and Joy 14, Rhythm and Joy Festival 14, that's going to be happening here in LA, and we're going to be drawing you guys to us in LA August 30th, which is Labor Day weekend. I should remember that because that's when I had my child. I always remember that. Don't we get mixed up with Memorial Day and Labor Day? That's my weekend. And it is going to be so awesome. It's going to be at the, let me make sure I get this right. This is, I actually have it on one of my papers here. But we'll get all the details about where it is and when it is. But it is August 30th from 11 o'clock to 8:30. And it is going to be astounding. One of the things I'm excited about is that it's going to be, which is, we all know, dear to my heart, it's going to be very green, very sustainable. The Artists for Trauma energy is going to be there. They're actually a big part of it, and we're going to be talking more about that. We're going to be having Roll With It, Flow With It. What is that? That is an actual fashion show, again, dear to my heart, with people in wheelchairs. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go, but it's going to be amazing. And we're going to have incredible food, amazing coffee, all kinds of incredible things. But the most fun is the community and the joy that we're bringing together. That's where the rhythm and the joy comes together. So I am so honoring our first guest I'm bringing on, because she has this vision, she has this idea. Can we come together in a really sort of new way? Why is this different than any other festival? We'll come and find out. The music, the people, the idea of how we're going to play together in the sustainable way is just so exciting. I cannot wait, as you might be able to tell. So let us bring on the founder, the visionary of this idea, Rickie Byars Beckwith, and she is with us right now. Woohoo! So
let the
Rickie,
dogs out.
or in.
Yes.
We have other guests today too. I'm just going to quickly say, but we're going to get to them. JAMI, LULA, and Charles HOLT. So just hold on to your hats, people. The roof of UBN is like, oh. So anyway, Rickie, let's talk.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, Sunny. It's so wonderful to be on your show.
Thank you.
Especially with my friends and for this wonderful occasion to let everybody know about the Rhythm and Joy Festival.
Yes.
It's coming up at Warner Center Park.
Thank you. On Topanga.
And on Topanga Canyon Boulevard.
5800. I just
5800.
remembered.
You
It just
got it.
came to me. It's in these papers here somewhere, but it's 5800, but it's an awesome like happening space where there are a lot of music things going on, so it's cool because it's like sort of already happening, and then we're all gonna slide in on
That's
that
right.
last Saturday.
That's right. The Saturday, the Sunday before, as a matter of fact, all of the summer has seen some extraordinary concerts on Sunday evenings. The Valley Center Cultural Foundation provides these concerts for community, which I think is fabulous. And I hope that, and we're seeing more free concerts all over California, and this is helping the mood of the people. Because that's what music does. It helps us. It helps us to be better, to be kinder. And that's why we want to have a Rhythm and Joy Festival, to keep seeding the idea of music as a healing tool.
Yeah, and I think music, so importantly, also is such a connecting thing.
Yes.
You know, whenever I started singing, it was just like, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but to sing with people, I mean, that's where it just, I mean,
and to dance with people.
And to dance with people. Oh yeah. And then to sing and dance with people.
Well, you know, and I think what makes it really fabulous to sing and dance with people is that we forget that piece that says that we're different and separate. It's like all of a sudden we're having a great time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, we're having a great time. We're enjoying each other, and that is the real essence of life and true community. You know, that's the feel of a village that's really powerful together. Not just white people, black people, you know, people in wheelchairs and people on bicycles.
Sure.
Just
Yeah.
people.
Challenge people, sad
But
people.
Earth people. We're Earth people.
are.
We're people
We
of the
are.
Earth. Yeah.
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 One thing I learned, I used to have teenage kids. Now they're a little older, and you know, there's this Western idea that kids individuate and they're embarrassed about their parents and they just don't hang, and you know, they get really like I used to be able to say to my kids in a grocery store, okay, you better knock it off, or I'm going to start tap dancing. And they knew I would do it. Or I'm going to start singing, and they would just be like, whoop. But you know what I found out? Do you
I'm
love
going to use that on William.
Do you love that?
I wish my mom had tried that on us. Mom was like, go on, Mom. Show me what you're working with.
You know, exactly. But you know what I learned? I found something out that was really amazing. I had some Venezuelan kids who lived with me that were who were teenagers, and they saw my kids kind of being like that, and they just couldn't understand it. And because they said, in our culture, like, we dance with our aunts and our grandmothers, and we're just all about that. And I thought, okay, I couldn't totally get that because I had this kind of Western thing. And then their family came. And they were, and we just had a living room of like aunts and uncles, and they were all dancing. And I noticed these 13-year-old girls were not at all embarrassed about their moms moving it and shaking it. Like, I'm gonna just tell you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, come on, people, we can break it up. We just break all that stuff up.
Yeah.
And
we
then
need to
just
break
play.
it up.
We do.
We need to break it up together.
That's right.
The other thing I found in other festivals that I had attended, and I love festivals. I loved all of them. Coachella, the Lightning in a Bottle. I love Lightning in a Bottle. The New Orleans Jazz Festival. Lots of festivals. What I found was that there wasn't enough of older people with younger people for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, this is a young people's getaway.
Right.
And we're getting loose. We're getting wild, and we're going to do our thing. And you know, you'd have some people there that were a little older, but at our festival, it's the old folks, the young folks, the middle-aged folks, the little kids, everybody.
Oh yeah, you have the
Yeah.
Kumba camp kind of represented. Or is it gonna? How are you doing that? It's a place kids
It's a
can come and
children's
play.
village. Yeah, it's a children's village, and the Kumba group is putting it on. We'll have face painting. We'll have Joanne Coleman will be there. Reverend Joanne Coleman was a magnificent artist.
Yeah.
And so she's going to have extraordinary arts projects. I think
Cool.
there's going to be music. There'll be whatever the children want to do.
Yeah, and then they'll come, and then
They'll
when the
come and
artists are
go, and-
playing and
yeah.
singing, they'll come over and you know, jump around with them.
That's right. And then there's a big playground there. We just got to keep the adults off of it.
I know. I love playgrounds. Oh my God, I love them.
Yeah.
And then the food is going to be amazing.
Food's going to be amazing.
I'm so excited about the food.
Yeah. We started out with an all vegan intention, and which is what we had last year. But when I figured that we would have so many thousands of people coming, people that were meeting for the first time, I thought maybe a way to be at least a little more user friendly this year would be to just offer something, a little, you know, some food for folks who do eat meat.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but not the big meat, just the little meat.
Right.
Like the little fishes. So we'll offer some fishes to the folks who eat fishes, and a little bit chicken, little chicken.
Little chicken,
You know,
little chicks.
But really, we'll have such delicious vegan alternatives that I'm pretty much thinking that folks will look at it and go like, wow, I didn't know that food could be so delicious. And I just kind of felt like also that there's a way that sometimes vegans and folks who are living an alternative lifestyle can be kind of preachy.
Oh yeah,
about what we do. That maybe
like you're vegan and but
Sure.
I'm vegetarian, but but I'm vegan.
Yeah,
Right. It becomes another us and them.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, in building relationships and bringing a higher or another way that we could live together with the animals and honoring everybody.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just begin somewhere and include a little of what everybody likes.
Yes.
Well, and one of the things, though, that I like that you're doing, which I really believe in, is it's also a little bit of when in Rome, you know, do as the Romans do. It's like you're creating this vibe of sacredness and of not even taking care of the earth, because that's not even our job. Our job is really to live with the earth and not feel like we're the keepers of it, because we're just really not.
And I would say wholeness,
And
because
wholeness,
sometimes even the word sacredness is an interesting word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is sacred to us.
Sure.
Right.
But, with people who have other beliefs, everybody recognizes wholeness.
And, yeah.
It's like, wholeness means everybody.
That's it. And and I guess what I mean also is just the lovely moving through. Just like you would have beautiful manners at a new home if you went to visit someone. You know,
Yes.
how are you going to be? You might bring flowers, but you're not going to come in and with dirty boots and and throw wine on their white carpet. So you're going to be know.
At one point
but
in my
we
life,
do that
I would
a little. Wait a minute, Jamie. We're not
We heard the Jamie stories. Hide your white carpets. Hide your carpets. Hide your
period. So, but that's what I like, and it's like for a day, people can come and enjoy and just explore some options, and that's cool. And it's not so. I like the idea of holding that for people, and again, but then again, having the little fishes.
Yeah, have a little something. But last year, with only vegan options, my sister was there. My friend came down from Oakland, who loves his wine, and he always goes like, "A little wine. We'll have a little wine." I got a few wine drinkers in the house, and I'm not a wine drinker. I don't drink any alcohol. But sometimes when people drink wine, in the life I've gotten a little uneasy because I related to people that get drunk.
Yeah.
And folks who drink wine they're not always getting drunk. They're just drinking wine with their meal,
Right.
But just changing my attitude.
Yeah.
He came to Raj last year, loved it so much.
Aw.
My sister from Charlotte, North Carolina, loved it. She said, "Sis, this is the best thing I've ever been to."
Oh man, and this is going to even rock more for some reason. Now, speaking of rocking, we're going to move to a little music, and we're also going to introduce a couple people, and I think I'm going to let you do it, Rickie.
Okay.
Okay?
All
Because
right.
it's kind of your gig today.
Oh, wow. I wish I had known that. I would have brought my
Oh, no.
Notes.
That's okay.
my disc jockey notes. Hailing all the way from the heart of God. I mean, the heart of goodness. I mean, the heart. We covered everybody with that one.
Oh, yeah.
Jamie LULA, who I've known for a long time, and he's an extraordinary musician, but a great person. Because I know some great musicians, but they're not great people all the time. He's a great person. And he's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine, and he stood with me at Raj when everything was, because Raj, the other name for Raj was Blowing Man.
Yeah, the winds were just like Noah's Ark winds. I don't know what was going on.
I heard that. That's
Yeah,
great.
total blowing
It
man.
was a blowing man.
That
When we had hazardous winds for the weekend, I'm going like, oh,
Yeah, like hair was like.
yeah, it was a great
The body.
initiation, and Jamie stood with me.
Yeah.
Jamie stood with me. Jamie gave money to help me pay back other artists.
Aw.
Jamie was not on the big stage. He was on the smaller stage. He just was really there with me, holding it with me. Charles Holt, who was another artist that was there, and he didn't perform at all. He did. He came to perform, but he really came to be there to be with me.
Yeah.
And this is really important because this is an opportunity for artists. You're an artist, Sonny, for us all to build something together. Many times the artist is the one that gets called for the gig.
Yeah.
We get called to work. We get a phone call, can you come and do a concert? But when we build our own things, then we can infuse all that wisdom that a lot of times people are not even asking us for. They just want to know when you're going to be here,
What do you need? What's your setup?
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but they're different. Charles Holt and Jamie LULA are both workshop facilitators. They're brilliant musicians. They do concerts all over the world. They're writers, they're composers, and they're good-looking people.
And there's really good-looking people.
Because I don't hang out with no ugly people.
And no, John, now we can have applause for our people. So I'm gonna jump right in, guys. We're just gonna be on a magic carpet right here, the UBM Rhythm and Joy Fest 14 magic carpet here, and I love our colors. We're kind of like colorful people. I like
the
it.
pants of Jamie's pants,
And
not that
Jamie's
t-shirt.
pants,
not
okay,
that shirt.
knee up. So
I
guys,
normally wear orange. So.
I love it. So you know what? I'm going to jump right over to you, Charles.
Okay.
And I want you to tell us a story because last time when Rickie was on the show, I shared a little bit about this amazing song, I Release and I Let Go, which anyone in the sound of my voice or seeing me has heard of this song. And if you don't know the title, you've heard it some way or another. Whoa, what a song that is just permeated. I mean, so many people don't even know it's your song. It's like it's just in the world. And so you were chatting with me on the phone, and I wanted you to share a little bit about your feelings about it at this point, because it's been around for a while, and so have you.
Well,
so share with us your feelings about it.
Well, Sonny, it was the first song that Rickie gave me opportunity to sing at Agape, where it was kind of like an introduction. This has been back in 2004, 2005.
Kind of a audition-y
It's right
sort
after
of.
Carl passed.
Right after Carl.
Which is
Anderson
2004.
passed, 2004. And I learned the words, as I think all vocalists do. But what I was sharing with you and what I shared with Rickie the other day was now the words are really speaking to me in a different way. And so the call now is, Charles, release it all. Let it go. And really let the Spirit run your life. That is like what we are really calling forth right now with Rhythm and Joy. Building a community where we can all say, hey, we don't have to do it just individually. There was a time when I thought I had to do it all myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally.
So we don't anymore. And we
No.
can all let it go and fade into something that is greater, which is what Rhythm and Joy is all about, is creating this vibrational, music does so much for us. But it's also steeped in the intention that we bring when we come to the place.
Yeah.
This is to raise the vibration of the planet, not to impose anything on anybody, but to say, hey, look, we can all do this together.
And the idea of a chant, which this song is, and you do, Rickie, a lot of beautiful chants, which Michael calls chants, and other people may just call songs, but they really are chants, is that's what that is it's like, as you sing it, it just goes deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and then, 10 layers more deep as you continue with it. And so, actually, I want to ask a favor of you. Would you mind bringing it a little bit for us?
Sure, if Rickie would help me.
I hope that's okay.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say.
Come on
Oh, what?
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for
Spirit in the house.
God. Oh my God, Charles. Oh, thank you.
Let's have some church.
That's great.
Thank you. Wow.
I was trying to tell you, only here to love. But we're here for God. But it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yes.
And however that is,
Yeah.
it's cool. I love
Yeah.
it that things are getting so much more easy that way also. You
Yes,
know, it's
yeah.
like, I mean, I love when I'm watching sometimes shows on ABC and they're just, you know, and kids are coming home and talking to their parents about God. It's like, it's, you know, it's sort of like, it's cool. It's cool, Rickie. It's
Kids,
cool.
well, you know, I'm so
I
shy
know.
about but being with kids all summer, I saw that they really love to talk about God. You know, people try to keep God away from kids, but kids love to talk about God
Yeah.
because they're so close. They're it. You know,
Yeah,
they're
that's
close to
exactly.
Yeah, that's
You know.
exactly right.
They-
Exactly.
When we
It's
started
so
talking
true.
about God, I was like, you know, what is? And I would ask questions. What is your idea
Mm-hmm.
of what a God is?
Yeah.
Yes.
And talking to kids about it, it's awesome. You know,
Like
it's
a
just totally
5-year-old,
awesome.
they totally know.
Yeah, it's so great.
They
It's such
do.
a great reminder, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, Jamie, I want to ask you a question. I just
Okay.
feel like just such a talk host here today. You know, you and I were talking on the phone also about a visioning that was going on with Raj originally, or you know, at some point in the not too distant past, and you were talking about how you wanted a bit of the connection with vets and with, you know, trauma people, and so it turns out that we're gonna that AFT is involved, Artists for Trauma. But do you want to just talk a little bit about that?
Well, it came up when we did that visioning at your house, and it was just this sense of, you know, we're obviously not for war, but we honor the men and women that have gone and stood for this nation in whatever capacity, and it was just this sense that so many of them are coming back, and if they've seen battle, they're coming back with PTSD of some sort.
Oh yeah.
And we're not doing anything to address it necessarily as a nation. These people are out there on their own. And some of them are really obvious, and some it's not so obvious. Some
Right.
people just cope. So it's like, why don't we allow what we're doing to be that healing agent, where we bring it forward, we welcome them in, because
Yeah.
we're not looking and saying, oh, you're warmongers or something. We're saying, thank you for your service, and we want to be of service to assist you to heal this, and knowing the vibration of music and what we do in the community that we create at Rhythm and Joy will create that vibration of healing, and so that's how it.
Yes, we
came
will.
about.
I love
yeah,
it.
Amen.
So then Rickie, talk a little bit about that, because they're some of our main peeps here for Raj, right?
Yes, Artists for Trauma. Well, last year for the Rhythm and Joy Festival 2013, Laura Sharp, who's the founder and the executive director of Artists for Trauma, showed up she bought 20 tickets to be there for the weekend. You know, we gave a little discount, but just a little one. You know, I was so involved in what we were doing that I wasn't really aware of what we were doing.
Yeah.
But Scotty, who was the producer last year, said, you know, she talked about Laura Sharp coming with these people, these Artists for Trauma, and that's all she said. But when the festival came to be, and people were showing up in wheelchairs and, you know, in the ways that they were,
Yeah.
she was there. I couldn't even be with her then because so much was blowing. Okay.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
they were helping.
Literally, guys.
They were helping to keep it down.
Yeah.
They had tents. They had everything. They were out there with the camping and everything. They were really very much a part of it.
Nice.
So when I met with Laura in February of this year, and she came to me, she wanted to have a meeting with me, and she says, look, I saw what you tried to do. I saw what you did. That festival was off the chain. I know you were left with an enormous debt that we want to help to alleviate. We want to see how we can help you deal with this. You know, because it was a debt. But anybody that did a festival the first time usually was left in some kind of debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
inventing the wheel, and now we're rolling it.
Well, that's what I've since learned. And,
Yeah.
you know, but we've like bounced back like Bootsy's rubber band.
Yeah.
And we're coming back in 10 months. I just got that last week. I said, holy cow, it ain't even been a year since the last Raj.
Yeah.
You know, but we're coming back, and the difference
Nice.
though is that I'm coming back with the support of community.
Yes.
So Artists for Trauma
And some wisdom.
and some wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, definitely with a lot. I mean, it's the new and improved Rickie, but I've learned so much. But we've all learned. We've learned. We're loving each other so much more. So she came with Kirk Scott, who is her funder and the person that helps her with the financials, and we were just talking about what would be the best scenario for Raj for the Rhythm and Joy Festival, not with AFT.
Okay.
You know, and then that one meeting, it was incredible. It's like an open-eyed visioning, and we ended up with Warner Park.
Yay.
But I'm thinking Warner Park. I thought it was another park. You know? So when I actually saw Warner Park, I was like, "Is this the same place?" But by that time, the deposit had been put down and everything. It's hilarious because the park I was thinking about, I'd seen Al McKay and the LA All Stars, who will be at Warner Park the week before the Rhythm and Joy Festival.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay,
you know,
good.
so
yeah.
so they're there now. They're not at the other place. They're having their concerts there now.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
love the venue and they
Yeah.
love the staff, and because they're wonderful people. And
It's
Joe,
a cozy, nice venue. It's not too big, which is nice. It sort of holds you, which I think
it
is
does.
great.
I mean,
yeah.
Hummingbird Nest Ranch was huge.
Oof, yeah.
It was great. You know,
Amazing, but huge.
It's huge. You
Yeah.
know, there we're going to get to know each other really well.
It's like they say when you guys know when you're filling a room or like that, you know, it's better to have a smaller room and pack it than have
Yes.
a bigger room and, you know,
Yeah.
run around in it.
Well, I didn't mind having the bigger room running around in it. I just didn't want to pay for it.
I
Not
love
all that
it.
money, not by
Oh, my
myself.
God,
you know,
yeah.
but this place, Laura Sharp, Kirk, and their whole organization came on, and then we said, well, and then we came up with a design that we would do it together.
Nice.
In partnership, and we would own it together,
Oh,
and
okay.
just own the event. I mean, but then over in it, the relationship shifted, and they came on as the title event sponsor, which was
Okay.
like beyond.
Yes.
Which meant that they were actually just giving money
Yes.
to take a certain weight of the festival off my shoulders.
And then that also allows you to have more creative control.
Yes, it does.
Which is what we like.
Yes,
We
yeah.
want you to have that creative control.
Yeah.
You know, the sellout thing is not a good idea.
Yeah.
So that is so great. And
Well, it was
Jamie-
never selling out.
No, I just
Yeah.
mean in the world. It can
Yeah.
happen sometimes because sometimes, you know, to get a vision through, sometimes, I mean, I'm not passing judgment, but
Yeah.
it can happen.
But not with Laura. I just want to
And
say.
not with you, yeah, and not with her.
Not with Laura, but I believe that because Laura fell out of a helicopter. So her thing has been building getting her health, getting her body strong. And her process, her healing process is what birthed Artists for Trauma. And so she
Okay.
uses the arts to help the people that have been to war, the people who have been through traumatic things in life, whether it's a house burning down that left you all burnt, or diabetes that left you without a leg, or whatever it is. I mean, it could be war, but it could be the stress of just living in America sometimes.
Yes.
And, you know, or living on a planet that's toxic right now in a lot
Right.
of ways. You know,
Yes, yes.
and what we or thought that's
Right.
toxic. You know.
Yes,
That kills us
exactly.
faster than everybody.
Oh, my
Everything.
God, yeah.
does.
The,
So
the thought,
true.
the thought kills quicker than the bullet. you
That's
know?
right. Oh, yeah.
But they use music, they use paints, they
Mm.
use arts, and they go in and they help people who have like an amputated spirit
Mm-hmm.
find their way back to themselves. And they wanted to play with me. And so we have these two women, and our tagline is "We're merging our dreams to make a difference."
Yay.
that's great.
Oh, my God.
That's
Well,
beautiful.
you know what? I
Yes,
I
it is.
so applaud them and you, Jamie, for bringing this idea. And you know what? I want to, I would like you to do some music right now. Are
Awesome.
you kind of ready?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, Rickie, we're going to play musical chairs. So we're going to bring Gary over.
Okay.
And we're going to have Jamie. So go ahead and just sort of quickly, because I want to pack it all in. So we've got like 20 more minutes. So we're just going to roll it here. And so the song that you are going to do is.
So, you want to do Sure. I'm So Grateful I'm Alive? Sure. This is a brand new song that Gary and I wrote. And
Oh. We got piano, we got guitar. I'm happy.
we'll see. William, you just going to sing over there? Okay. You sit with your godmother over there.
We've
ready?
got Jamie's son in here too today. We've got a full house.
Yeah. So this is Gary and I started writing last year, and if you get to know Gary Lynn Floyd, he is just unbounded joy himself. And we wrote this song. He started playing some chords. I'm like, no, check it out. Try this. You know, a little bit more up tempo. Sunshine, your eyes, dewdrops, dragonfly. I'm so grateful I'm alive.
I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Yeah. Your voice, waterfall, bird song, coyote call. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Yeah. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Oh. Your hug, sweet kiss, holding hands in blind bliss. I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 The shadows I conceal endeavor to reveal another part of me, embracing all that I perceive. Cut grass, jasmine bloom, honeysuckle, your room. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Yeah. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. I'm so grateful I'm alive. Oh, I'm so grateful I'm alive. 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 I'm so grateful I'm alive.
Woo. Don't go anywhere, Gary. Whoa. Are you doing that at Rhythm and Joy?
I believe so.
I like it. Well, if it's okay with you, Rickie, I was thinking I would just go ahead and let Charles do another little number right here. Okay, we'll just do a little bit. We're doing a little chat and we're doing a little singing. And anything you want to share, Charles?
Yeah, this song actually came out of when I moved here. The whole thing with being with church had kind of left, and so I walked into Agape, and Rickie played a chord, and it reminded me of my grandmother. My grandmother was a self-taught pianist, and she used to tap out these notes, pretending like she was playing a piano on her knees, and she used to teach me. And I moved to L.A. With dreams of being television and film, and I had thrown music away. I believe that because I had tried to get a recording contract in New York for 3 years, and it never happened. And when I heard Rickie hit this chord, it reintroduced me to the love that I had for music. But it also reminded me of everything that I grew up in the South.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all about what was here already. The trees, the dirt that we played on. The ancestors had prayed for us. And so when I got here and I realized that we're all here together, I wrote with Brenda Lee Yeager a song called I Am. And so it infused those places that were broken in me, the amputated spirit, so to speak.
Wow.
You know, so.
Okay, so and this may be at Raj, possibly. We'll see.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna sing whatever Rickie calls for. That's what I'm
She
gonna
the
do.
boss.
She's a good director of
If she-
music.
if
That
she-
is for damn sure. But okay, so Gary, thanks. You're going to accompany, and we're going to go for it.
Give me a
Ooh, I am, I am, I am, I am, I am. An angel asked me, do you know who you are? The question and the answer is not very far. The song of the sages, the knowledge of the ages is living where you reside. You have the key that unlocks the door to enter in that sacred place you haven't gone before, where deep meets deep, soul to soul. Feel that connection as the truth unfolds. I am, I am, I am, I am, you are, and I am. You are the answer, yet you are the key that unlocks the door to freedom and leads you to me. Look deep inside you, trust the force that guides you, it knows the way. Yeah, there's no separation, we're one and the same, a child of the Creator, known by different names, the Alpha and Omega, the eternal flame that burns deep inside you. Do you know my name? I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all the stars and constellations. I am, you are. I am, from the mountains to the oceans. I am, from the rocks to the trees. I am, all the stars and constellations. I am, you are, we are, I am.
Oh my. Wow. Wow. Are we bringing it, Rickie, or what? Whoa. Thank you, Gary Lynn
Thank you,
Floyd,
Gary.
also. And he,
Thank
by
you,
the way,
Gary.
just sort of stepped in and pulled that out. So thank you, Gary, so much. That is an astounding song that it must go everywhere and anywhere. John, is that an amazing song? Oh, my God. It good.
Thank you.
That's our engineer. I always like to check in with him, but he also has great musical taste. But that was astounding, stunning. Whoa.
You did that on your TED Talk, didn't you?
Mhm.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
What TED Talk?
You got a TED Talk.
TED Talk.
Okay, people, check out the TED Talk. He's a TED Talker.
What are you talking about?
TEDx
They're
talker.
called
I'm
Finding
sorry,
Your
Sonny.
Voice.
What are you talking
Sorry,
about?
I'm like trying to figure out how to say it.
Just growing up in the South and leaving the South, much of what Rhythm and Joy is talking about, a whole new way of living. As they used to say in, growing up, the elders used to say, every round goes higher and higher.
Yeah.
But I also knew that it got thinner from, everything got thinner, so that what that meant was that there was an opportunity to shift consciousness. And so we're just infusing something new at Rhythm and Joy, and including everybody it's like a big invitation to me.
Yeah.
So that's it's empowerment and leadership, but it does say, hey, look, what you have been experiencing for the last whatever amount of years, it's just a platform to leap further and to leap out
Absolutely.
into something that is greater for you, and with the intention of knowing that your life is connected to everybody else.
Yeah. Like you and I were talking about before my show last time, but we didn't say it on the air about the song that you wrote, I Love Me So Much That I Can Love You So Much.
I didn't write that song.
Who wrote that song?
That song was written by Dr. James Bavell. I brought the song to New Thought.
I see. Okay.
You know,
Because
I
everybody
truly
thinks you
did.
wrote it, by the way.
I know they did.
But yeah, but the idea that
He died though, so
Did he?
for all intents and purposes, I did write it.
Look at you. But I love me so much that I can love you so much that you can love you
Well,
so
I
much.
love
that
myself
you,
so much.
Right.
That I can love you so much that you can love you so much that you can start loving me.
Right. And then let's take and then where do we go with that?
Yeah.
That's the point, from Charles of like, okay, so let's bring it deeper, bigger, outer,
Right.
higher, like that's good. That's a good thing. And
Yes.
now what, And I think also at Rhythm and Joy, what I'm excited about is, by the way, in a lot of elements, it's free. We haven't really talked about that. So there are, there's a possibility to bring money and pay for, special tickets and everything. But for the most, just the idea is that getting in the door is free. And I think you've even changed the valet parking to.
Well, valet parking is we can have valet parking.
I see.
But if you buy a VIP ticket, the parking is free for you.
Okay, cool.
Or even I believe if you come in at the silver level, it's free parking. Bronze, you'll pay for your parking, but parking is not that expensive.
Right, and bring a couple people, and then you're just there and enjoying. So I think that's really very awesome of you to be doing it that way, because I just do.
You said,
that's my opinion.
Well, I agree. But when we chose Warner Park, then when I had my first meeting with the Valley Cultural Center Foundation, and they said that the park is free, that you can't charge for the park, but you can reserve seats, and you can sell reserved seating in advance. And so we're doing that online. But the day of the day of the festival, there will be no selling of tickets. So either you get your tickets now, or that day you come in and you in the sun, or you do your own thing.
Right.
But what we want to provide is shade
Yeah.
for the people, because it's going to it's been predicted that it might be a little warm.
Yeah. Yeah. And there are trees, thank God. It's
There
not.
are trees. And it's a beautiful spot. It's
Yeah.
just so sweet.
Yeah.
And there'll be a catwalk
Yeah.
for the. We're gonna have a catwalk for the Roll With It, Flow With It.
Uh-huh.
It'll be up for that, but artists can use it as well. We can use it during the day. I mean,
Okay.
during some of the earlier performances.
Cool.
So, but I wanted to speak to what you said about, with regards to going deeper. You said, I love myself so much that I could love you so much, that you could love you so much that you could start loving me. But where do we go after that? We love each other now. What does that look like?
Right.
I think that when we meet at the point of our joy, because we love each other here, but we could still be living very unhappy lives,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even loving yourself,
Yes.
you know. But when
Yeah.
you're really expressing from the highest joy, from the thing that brings you joy, and you meet the other person at the place that brings them joy,
Yeah.
you find that the things that we do intersect, and we lift each other up. So we have Ginger Campbell here, who's a publicist, event planner. She's extraordinary with extraordinary gifts.
She is.
But she
and
really
does.
enjoys what she does.
Yes.
And she enjoys it. There's nothing worse than somebody working with you that doesn't enjoy what they're doing,
Yeah.
and that are afraid of your greatness. And when you have
Totally.
people who
Absolutely.
have joy,
Yeah.
and we encourage each other, and so
Yes.
and your joy will lead you to the people that you need to know.
Yeah.
That's what I found. Have you found that?
Absolutely.
That we meet the
Absolutely.
people
Yes.
that we need to meet along the way.
And sometimes certain peeps fall away too, which
Yes,
is cool.
they do.
It's like,
Well, their joy is just percolating on low.
right.
Well, it's the
Yes,
thing
exactly.
that I posted on Facebook this week. It's like, if you're ready for a new conversation, if you're ready for a new vibration, that's what Raj is about. It's a new conversation. And I had a couple experiences when I was back in the Midwest. And I realized I was just in some environments where I was just going, this is not the conversation I want to have in my life. And Susie and I talked about it. It's like, this is not the conversation. And when I went and met with the Rev in Chicago and he spoke and he pulled me up to sing, and then we went out to lunch at Karen's and stuff, I said to Susie, I said, that conversation at that restaurant was such a high vibration. And it's like when we're doing tag or whatever it is, it's like it's such a high vibration. What's the conversation you want to have in your life? And I think this is a good place to come and find a new conversation to have at Rhythm and Joy Festival.
Well, it's, you know, I believe that when there's music that is different than what you're used to hearing, and that you're willing to sit and listen to something different. Because last year, you know, we heard Frank Zappa's music. You know, we heard music of Michelle Ndegeocello. Some people don't even know who she is, but they sat and listened to her. You know, the Makepeace Brothers. You have, you know, Jamie on the smallest stage, me on the smallest stage. You know, but.
And then you had Chaka Khan last year.
We had Chaka Khan. But my point is that you had jazz, you had urban contemporary music, you had hip hop, and people sat to listen to different music that they'd never heard before.
Come on,
and they thought, you know, and they thought that was like,
That's
you know
it.
what? I never heard that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Maybe I don't quite understand it, but I didn't leave.
Yeah.
That I stayed. I sat for it.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
not I'm just turning the station.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just going to switch the station.
Well, and then again, that's what's happening with, you know, Win in Rome. It's like people are going to come and they're going to experience the new stuff, like you're saying. And it may not even be totally new. It's also the community of connection that is so important and so fun. And, you know, the idea of fun is for some reason, like that's frivolous or something. But,
No,
you know,
fun
I
is
used
important.
to be made fun of because I would always say to people, even after I was 5, you know, do you want to come over and play with me? And my kids were like, Mom, that sounds a little strange. It's like, well, I don't know how to say it any differently. Because that's really what I'm doing. I mean, that's what we are doing. You know, you play music, you play, you know, we just play. That's it. And when you're doing anything, I mean, even when we get together with our team to, you know, to do the Raj thing, it's like, okay, well, let's eat and let's drink and let's play and let's have fun and then ideas came. Remember, so much magic was happening, right, Ginger? Like, you know, it's like we just kind of hung together. We're just kind of simmering, you know, in our little, you know, and then, but stuff's going on. And so I think that's what happens. Who knows what may happen? And my engineer, as I'm chatting, is telling me we have 4 minutes in the background. I'm like, ah! So, but I want to make sure we get it all in.
When you said who knows what happens, this is something that I never would expect to happen. That a creator of another festival or a producer would hit me up on the email and go like, your festival sounds like the festival that we do. If there's any way I can help you with this, you know, and you know, and that was a person from the World Fest. And then the people from Burning Man, you know, it's like, you know, some people from the board of Burning Man, you know, I met with them, and they gave me some great tips about extraordinary tips. And they also said your festival is different because it's diverse.
Nice.
You know, because it's diverse.
Whoa.
It's like you got all kinds of people there.
And I know there are different people who are coming from different festivals around the country that are going to come and check it out, and that's part of the thing, you know, to know what other people are doing,
That's right. That's what
you know,
I
and to
did.
support each other in that vision and stuff like that. And okay, Ginger, what did you want to say? Just go ahead and speak. Oh yeah, we'll say thank you. So some of the people who are going to be there are. Do we have a list, or no? We can just kind of run through
it's
it.
up in the air. It's up in the air.
Yeah. So Luke and the Lovingtons
Jamie
are coming.
Charles Holt.
Yes.
The Agape International Choir, Luke and the Lovingtons will be there. Naila Porter and her band.
Nice.
Kev Choice, who's coming with his band. He's hip-hop piano arranger, extraordinary young man from the Bay Area. We have Eric Benet, who is a celebrity guest. I mean, everybody's a celebrity in their own worlds, but Eric has, you know, he's known in the world a little bit more than some other people. Ali Stroker and Danny Shea. You might not know them, but they're from the Glee Project. They're not coming together, even though they're partners. But Danny Shea is performing, and Ali Stroker is going to perform, and she is extraordinary. And she's in a wheelchair singing like crazy. This girl can sing. You know, and then we have the Freddie Ravel Band. We have the Afro Tribes of Joseph. We have the Agape House Band. And then
we got Faith Rivera.
Faith Rivera. Oh, how could I forget Faith? Devion Overton.
Anybody else, Ginger?
Rickie Byars Beckwith.
Yeah, you're going to be doing a few songs.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, and let's talk about Panache. Goodness. Okay, John, give us 2 more minutes because we have to do love too. Okay, Panache Desai, go ahead.
Panache Desai, who is a contemporary thought wisdom teacher, but he's coming on also as an MC, like MC I Am. He's bringing his DJ. He's got his electronica, high-powered music.
Wow.
And so this is a man that's been on Oprah and Dr. Oz, but he ain't been doing what he gonna be doing here.
Exactly.
Because when he started out in England, because he's from England, even though he's born to an Indian family, a beautiful being. When he started out as a DJ.
I love it.
So he's coming as
like
an
to
MC.
his roots, like he's gonna. You know what? And what I love about that is that Tony, can we have a few more minutes or no? Okay. So what I love about that is that panache is, he got. It's like it's so grounding for him, and you're giving him that off. You're giving him that gift.
Oh yeah, he's coming all the way to be here with us.
I love it. What, Ginger?
DJ Shiva.
I love it. Well, I'm getting the nod that we're going to be out of here, but we're going to end with one of our favorite songs, and this is Rickie Byars Beckwith. We've got Charles Holt, we've got JAMI LULA, we've got me, Sunny Chayes, Singing in the Rain, Raj, Rhythm and Joy Fest 14. Come and be there, and we're just going to go out to a little love.
Live, laugh, love.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the words of Raj. Live, laugh, and love. Y'all ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Love, be encouraged, love. We'll see you through, love. Be the first to love and fill your heart with love and be about it. Love. Sing a song about love. Never doubt that love, full dimensional love, is our shelter. Now and always love, before and after love. Love gives you courage, mends your heart. It's the best thing you can't go wrong with, because it's eternal and it has no end. So stand on up for love. Unconditional love is our shelter. Now and always love, before and after love. Love, oh, love. Sorry about those chords. Love one another. Love Sunny Chayes. Love JAMI LULA. Love Charles Holt. Love Rickie BB. Love, it's eternal. Love. Now and always love.